Why I love these guys is they're not about what I call vanity metrics. They're not about like, hey, look how awesome our website is. They're like, hey, look how much money in the bank we've got. Hi, my name's Raphael and I'm the CEO at Breathe Education. I noticed a few videos by King Kong in my Facebook feed and they had some real practical advice that was easy to implement and simple, and I became engaged and intrigued by their methods. And at a certain point I realised, hold on, I'm being marketed to here really, really well. And it was at that point that I knew that these were the right people to work with, and I thought, well, if these guys are so good at marketing their own services, they can do the same for us. So one of the most valuable things about the relationship with King Kong for us has been the strategizing, and even right from the very first strategy session, the guys really made a big effort to understand our business and understand our goals and where we wanted to take it. And they've helped us identify where we had excess capacity in the business and have given us a clear, specific, targeted strategy to increase our revenue in those areas. So we've really increased revenue without increasing cost. Since starting work with King Kong, there have been some pretty significant changes in my personal life. I now work a lot fewer hours and I have a lot less pressure on me. So I was doing all the marketing for the business myself and not doing as good a job of it. And all of that pressure is gone. I don't have any of that on my plate. And I've got now a lot less financial pressure. In fact, I would say I've got no financial pressure on me. So I've been spending a lot more time with my family. I exercise a couple of hours every day. I've been having a daily nap. I've been travelling. I've been working on projects and strategy for the business and developing future kind of growth areas there. So pretty much couldn't be happier. If you're serious about marketing your business, not building a pretty website that your friends will compliment you on. I mean building a marketing machine that delivers customers to your business and piles of cash into your bank. You've got to get these guys on the job now.
A lot of digital marketing agencies talk up a big game. King Kong talked up a big game, but absolutely delivered for us. My name is Dominic VARESE. I'm the Victorian Marketing Manager at Metricon. Metricon has been around for 40 years building homes for families. We're Australia's #1 home builder. There's three simple words here, and that is leads, leads, leads. King Kong have been a great partner in really opening our eyes to what was possible. The 30-minute session really was a bit of an eye-opener for us. It really sort of gave us a sense of what we were doing and really put a bit of a critical examination into that process. The reason we chose King Kong was very simple. They actually practiced what they preached. I would recommend King Kong to any business. They've been a fantastic partner. Why would I recommend them? Quite simply, they deliver.
The growth that we've experienced here is astronomical from ever since we started using King Kong. We've opened up the office now from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. I 100% would recommend King Kong to everybody else. I've been doing that quite regularly. I think a lot of my friends are probably sick and tired of me saying what their digital marketing strategy can be like if they use the right agency. So 100% would I recommend them. The reason I chose King Kong was I genuinely found other organisations to be slightly dishonest. The effect that a digital agency can have on you isn't just from a work perspective or an employment perspective. It's actually, it transforms every other part of your life.
The goal was to get 8 sales in the first year. And it's been 11 months now and we've had 23 sales signed, which is $7 million in revenue. Including the website design and copy, I would have seen the return on investment 5 to 6 times without a doubt. I wanted to hit the market right in between the eyes, and that's what we've done with the help of King Kong. Yeah, they just sort of coach me through it, what we need to be doing, what you don't want to be doing, and they don't just say, like, do this. It's to teach you why. Like, they tell you why they should be and give you reasoning behind it and why not. So it's almost like free education, really.
We've actually got a 49% increase in inquiry inflow, and that's terrific. That's terrific. I'd never go back to not using King Kong. I wouldn't be able to do that without the support of King Kong. I just wouldn't have the confidence to do it myself. Convinced me at the end of last year to add a Facebook campaign, and I was resistant. And unfortunately I'm wrong and they're right. Or fortunately I'm wrong and they're right. So I've been really busy over the Christmas break. We started that campaign a couple of weeks before Christmas. It's been fantastic.
My name's Dylan Trickey and I'm the marketing coordinator for Gold Key Constructions. So when we first started with King Kong, we were turning around $3 million worth of revenue. And fast forward 18 months down the line, we're now turning over around $50 million worth of revenue. I just did a Google search of Melbourne's marketing agencies, and King Kong was pretty much the first one that popped up and sparked my interest. I gave him a call and it was exactly what I was looking for. Now, it gives us a bit of peace of mind that we don't actually have to put so much work into marketing and advertising. We've got so many leads coming in, it's really hard to actually manage. We don't really have a problem of finding leads anymore. I'm more than happy to provide a personal reference for King Kong. If you want to give me a call, I'm more than happy to provide my mobile number. Give me a call, have a chat, and we can discuss further.
I'd highly recommend King Kong to anyone out there, except for our competitors, of course. Prior to partnering with King Kong, our revenue was $750,000. Now we're going to do over $3 million a year. This revenue is really due to all the quality leads we're getting from King Kong. Our business has changed dramatically since working with King Kong. We used to have 4 or 5 of us in the office. Now we've just moved to brand new premises. We've got 30 staff here. We've got 150 staff on the road. It's just been crazy, the growth, but it's been fantastic. It was imperative that we get someone who can bring in quality leads. They've brought in quality leads by the bucket load, and I'm loving it.
One of the great results is that we've seen our organic traffic double. So for us, that's absolutely brilliant. And we know the more eyeballs we get to our website, you know, the bigger and better the business gets. So My Goals is a business I started back in 2010. And basically what we do is we create empowering stationery to help people achieve their goals and live the best life. So me and my business partner came across King Kong probably 18 months ago through Facebook ads, the advertising, and we were just intrigued by Sabri and the message that King Kong was pushing out to the market. Initially, the biggest thing that we were apprehensive about was the pricing, but then all of a sudden we realised that the value that we're getting for that price was well worth it. One of the examples I'll give you is we'd done a Facebook campaign. We spent $15,000. We returned $60,000, so for us that was close to a 400% gain. So the monetary figure on that is huge for us. I would recommend King Kong to anyone because they get results and the way that we're being treated as a customer and cared for. So I think that's been really impressive, and I would recommend them to anyone in business looking to scale and grow.
We were having struggles with communicating our message. The whole thing with King Kong was to give them what we do and just let them tell us how to communicate that. When they came back, it was like, whoa, this is not how we would communicate it. We went out to market and we said we trusted the process. The first day that it got switched on was insane. This was a time of the year that we never capture leads, and straight away our whole pipeline got flooded overnight, and we actually had no team at all in the business to be able to deal. So we actually created a hell of a lot of problems as soon as we went with King Kong. Oh God. So we have about 11 projects currently, and we've grown that over that 4 years, and we want to get to 30 in the next couple of years, and also grow from Australia into the US, New Zealand, Singapore and Ireland. In 3 years, we've gone from 0 to 1.95 million, and we're looking to do 2.78 million next year. Other marketing agencies knock on our door. We usually just pull out our King Kong mugs and go from there. At the end of the day, King Kong gets results, and that's what they promise and that's what they deliver.
We're in the midst of a recession over in WA at the minute, and to be able to get the results that we have been getting so far, you would think we were getting these results in a boom. We're nervous. Any startup's going to be nervous, but ultimately, if you don't take a bit of a punt and if you don't trust the guys that know what they're doing and take their advice on board, then you're leaving yourself stranded for failure. 18 months ago, we were at a standing start when we got on board with King Kong, and after 9 months, we had progressed to 91 sales and close to $18 million in turnover. 18 months ago, it was myself, my old man, and a sales consultant, and now we're looking at pushing 27 employees as of next week. Working with King Kong's been sensational. There's always somebody on hand, there's always someone to answer the questions. I come from an accounting background and gone into a building where my old man's never done marketing in his entire life, so it's completely foreign to us, and to have the guys that we can fall back on, who we can trust are going to bring in the leads day in, day out for the team, it's just absolutely unreal. I don't think I would get this service anywhere else.
Look at it as a privilege if they decide to take you on. As everyone knows, starting a business, you put a lot of your own time in. Big days, long hours, I was in the office from 6 o'clock till 6 o'clock at night, working Saturdays and Sundays. Working with King Kong has allowed me to scale my business and put people in place now to where I don't even really come into work anymore. One of the companies that I looked at buying when I first got into roller shutters, the second biggest roller shutter company in Perth. We've come up through the ranks. We're now the second biggest roller shutter company in Perth. So in 9 months of working with King Kong, our revenue has increased by around about 80%. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. The more leads you get in, the more quotes we can do, the more sales we can make. Anyone's business is pretty much the same.
My work is my life. I do too much. I'm a workaholic. What working with King Kong has done for me is got me excited again. It's brought the magic back to the business I've been running for 10 years. It's one of the reasons I was looking for a change on the way we were doing things. The world was evolving with online travel agencies. The economic and social and political environment's changed a lot at STRADBROKE Island. I know that part of my business, it's being looked after for me. Then I can focus more on my people, and it got me excited. So it's changed my life in a really good way, because I really feel like I'm on top of it. I'm in. I'm back.
The ads that they presented to us to get clearance and approval on were quite bold. But they were also backed up by a good deal of well-researched statistics. In 18 months from being with King Kong, our revenue has gone from about 70,000 to closer to 200,000 per year. It's the stability that King Kong has provided with incredibly high quality leads. I do honestly am astounded by just how relevant the leads are. They're incredibly qualified leads, so I'm really happy about that.
Really, King Kong was an answer to prayer of how we were going to get this business to keep growing without burning out.
So we came across King Kong through targeted advertising.
We joke about this, that once you started looking for this, King Kong found us.
Being a small and family-owned business, marketing budget isn't huge. We were looking for something that gets instant results.
We sort of just said to ourselves, well, let's just give it 3 months, commit the same amount of money that we would to a traditional sales method, and if it doesn't work, then we really haven't lost anything. And it's a natural thing to be apprehensive, but I wish that we had just jumped fully further into it, because it's been such a revolutionary thing for our business.
Since working with King Kong, our revenue is up almost 50%.